Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Education for Aspirants. Today I am going to discuss the concept of rehashing method for collision resolution. Let's start the session with the concept of collision in hashing. In a hash table, when generally we are inputting the elements, at that time when two or more elements will map into the same address inside the hash table, then that situation is called as collision. So let's see here. For example, these are the elements given to insert into the hash table with hash table size equal to 6. So if we insert, we will apply the division method to find the hash address. So 20 modulo 6 you will get here, that is 2, right? So in the second address we will input 2, right? After that, when we will calculate 38 modulo 6, so again we will get the hash address as 2, but already in the address 2 there is an element present. So for the new element 38 also the same address came as 2. So that situation is called as collision. So let's see how by using rehashing we will remove the collision, we will overcome the collision in hashing technique. Normally when we will insert some elements into a hash table, the number of free spaces reduces, right? Because after inserting one element, how many free spaces will be there? So one by one free space will reduce in the hash table, and it leads to the possibility of collision in the later stage. So to avoid the possibility collision in future, a certain threshold value in terms of load factor is assigned to every hash table to avoid the possibility collision in the future, and the by default threshold value they are considering as 0.7. Clear? So after each insertion of element into the hash table, we will calculate the load factor, and if the load factor exceeds from the threshold value, that is 0.7, then we can trigger the concept of rehashing to solve the collision. Clear? Now we will discuss how to find out the load factor. So normally the load factor can be calculated as up to that position how many elements are there divided by table size will give you the load factor, and by considering load factor we can decide whether we will apply rehashing or not. Clear? After insertion, if the load factor exceeds the value from 0.7, then what we will do? We will apply the rehashing, and in rehashing first we will double the size of the table, then after doubling the size we will rehash each and every element again to the new bucket. The whole process is called as rehashing. So let's discuss the rehashing process with an example. Suppose we have a hash table with size 6 and we want to insert 20, 34, 45, 70, 84 into the hash table. Clear? Here first what we will do? We will apply the division method to calculate the address of each and every element inside the hash table. Let's start for the value 20. So 20 modulus 6 equals to 2. Clear? Then now calculate the load factor. So if we insert that 20 into the hash table, then load factor will become how much? 1 divided by your 6. Why 1? Because after insertion of 20 inside the hash table one element will come. That's why 1 by 6. 1 by 6 equals to 0.16, which is less than from 0.7. So we can insert 20 into the second address. Clear? Now we will insert 20 here. Now calculate for 34. 34 modulus 6, that equals to 4. Clear? So there is no problem, no collision here. Then find the load factor. After insertion of 34, the load factor will become 2 by 6. Clear? Because 34 will become the second element, right? So 2 by 6 equal to 0.33. It is less than from 0.7. Means there is no problem if you will insert 34 into the hash table. So insert 34 into the fourth key. Clear? Now next element is 45. For 45 modulus 6. So it is 3, right? Then find the load factor. Load factor equals to 3 divided by 6. 3 divided by 6 is 0.5, which is less than from 0.7, right? Though it is less, that's why here there is no problem after insertion of 45 into the hash table. So we'll insert 45 into the third key. Clear? Now we'll insert 70. So for 70, 70 modulus 6. How much it is? 4, right? Then find the load factor for this. After insertion of 70, the load factor will be 4 divided by 6. 4 divided by 6 equal to how much? 0.6, right? Which is less than from 0.7. Means though load factor is within the range, so we can insert 70. But what is the key of 70? 4. But already in fourth key, there is an element already exist. Clear? So what we will do here? We will apply linear probing method to input the 70 into the hash table. And as per the linear probing method, you know that if that key is already filled, then we will search the next free space to insert the element. Hence, we will input 70 into the address 5. Okay. Then next element is 84. So for 84 divided by 6 equals to 0. So check here, 0, is there any element present? No element present. Then find the load factor. Load factor equals to 5 divided by 6. 5 divided by 6 how much? 0.8. But 0.8 greater than from 0.7, right? So here what happened? After insertion of 84, the load factor will exceed from the default load factor value, that is 0.7. So what we need to do, even though free space is there, but we should not input that 84 into the free space. As per the rehashing method, we will trigger the concept of rehashing here. Okay. So as per the rehashing, at first we will double the size of the hash table. Then after doubling the size of the hash table, we will rehash each and every element again into the new hash table. Clear? Let's see here. Now, first of all, I double the hash table size. Previously it was 6. Now it become 12. 0 to 11, that size is 12, right? Now we will find out the key for each and every element again for this hash table. So for 20 modulus 12, because hash table size is now 12. Clear? 20 modulus 12 equals to 8. Then find the load factor. Load factor equals to 1 divided by 12, right? Why 1 divided by 12? Because after insertion of 20, inside the hash table, one element will come. And the size of the hash table is 12. That's why 1 divided by 12 equals to 0.08, which is less from 0.7. So there is no problem. We will insert 12 into the 8th address. Now we will insert 34. Find the address for 34. 34 modulus 12, that equals to 10. Then find the load factor. Load factor is 2 divided by 12. 2 divided by 12 equals to 0.16, which is less than from 0.7, right? So there is no problem. Insert 34 in the 10th address. Now the next element is 45. 45 modulus 12. 45 modulus 12 equals to 9. Clear? Then find the load factor. Load factor is 3 divided by 12. It is 0.25, which is less from 0.7, right? So there is no problem. Insert that 45 into the 9th address. Then next is 70. Find the hash key for 70. So 70 modulus 12 equals to, so check here 10th address whether it is free or not. No, it is not free. That is 34 already present. So what you need to do here, you will apply a linear probing method, okay, to get the new address. So as per the linear probing, we will search the next address, next place, right? So in the next place, that is 11, so it is free, we can insert 7 into the new place. But before that, find the load factor. Load factor will become, that is 4 divided by 12 equals to, that is 0.33, which is less than from 0.7. Clear? Here load factor is means satisfying. So that's why we will insert 70 into the 11th place. Why 11th place? Because already 10th place is filled. So we will search the next free space, right? Then now we will find the last element 84. 84 modulus 12. So here how much? That is 0. Clear? So 0th address is free. We can insert it. But before insertion, find the load factor. Load factor equals to, that is 5 divided by 12. Clear? So 5 divided by 12 how much? 0.41, right? which is less than from 0.7. Clear? So the load factor, there is no problem. It is within the range 0.7. So we will insert 84 into the 0th address. So input 84 here. Now all the elements have been hashed into the hash table into different locations. Okay. In this lecture, I explained how to avoid the possibility of collision in future inside the hash table by using rehashing procedure. I hope everybody understood it. Thank you.